What's up everyone, Lion Roar here, and we have a couple of brand new legendary costumes ×2 in the costume chamber. It's Azlar, and we have Justice, so I'm going to break them down and give them grades. But first, download Jumpstone Legends, a mobile RPG puzzle match game. Use the link in the description to start with free stuff, including a bonus hero. Alright, so first up we have Azlar, who personally is one of my favorites in the game. Not necessarily because of what he does, but because of course I like to collect this particular card. But we have the costume this time, digging the art, I love it, 5-star of course, red hero this time of the fighter class. And of course, one of the best things about the costume are the costume bonuses that they get. So for this one, it's going to be 15% attack bonus, 15% defense bonus, 20% health, and 5% mana, which is really, really awesome. There's also the classic family bonus, of course. You know, they're all going to get these. So taking a look at him with the max power preview on, that's 1093 attack, 891 defense, and 1744 HP. And with that off, that's 923, 722, and 1507. So it's a little bit of a glass cannon in that his defense is kind of weak. The attack is nice and strong. You know, that's going to be good for like events and things like that, especially because the special, if you choose one of the specials that hits everybody, you know, that's going to be very good in those particular situations. But we'll see what his special is in particular. Volcanic Explosion this time around, still slow. Deals 310% damage to the target and nearby enemies, so we don't get a hit everybody this time. This is just the deal 3. If you've watched my videos before, you know how I feel about that. It's often not hitting 3. Sometimes it will, especially if you're using it on offense and you get to actually choose. But even then, if you take out the tank in a traditional upside-down V formation or regular V formation, then you're often left just hitting 2. The target nearby enemies receives 636 burn damage over 4 turns. The caster absorbs 40% of dealt burn damage as health. I think what you're going to find is that that's not a whole lot of healing. And to be quite frank, in this day and age, that's not a lot of burn damage either. I mean, 310% like direct damage, and then with the burn damage, it can add up, but he's slow. Of course, he gets the mana bonus, so you can speed him up a little bit. But unfortunately, it's just not doing it in this day and age. Like, this is not going to keep up. And what I like about the costumes are the choices. So I do find value in the costume because, I mean, if you get this one, you can still use the regular side, which, like I said, could actually be pretty good for events since it is hitting everybody. And with the costume bonuses, those stats are going to be much higher, you know. So there is that to consider. You know, you can use whichever part of the costume you think is beneficial, and that's where I really find value in the costumes. But in this particular special, in the new one, it's not thrilling to me. Absolutely love the art. I'd love to collect the card to have this. He is a fighter. There are some things going for him here, but it's not anything that's too super inspiring. Like if you were to get him and you were a brand new player, or you're kind of at a midpoint in the game, yeah, sure, you might find some value in this. But overall, especially for more experienced players, he's just not there. There's a lot of better heroes that you could get. So for that reason, I'm going to rate Azlar a C. And I know a lot of people could argue he should be lower, but again, I just can't because the costume bonus is so powerful, and you can choose to use other sides of the costume if you want to. So I can't take him further down than that, just because there's a lot of uses for it, but that's where I stand with him. Now, taking a look at Justice. Justice is, of course, a 5-star yellow hero as before, this time of the sorcerer class, getting the family bonus and the costume bonuses. 909 attack. That's not super high with the max power preview on, just saying. 954 defense and 1981 HP. Ritual of Judgment is the special at slow speed. Deals 300% damage to all enemies. That's actually quite a bit of damage to all enemies. The damage is increased by 45% per each dead enemy. So that's a lot of direct damage that's going to be done. All enemies get negative 40% accuracy for 3 turns. I kind of like how much damage is being done there. One thing that's nice about this particular special is it's counteracting one of the problems that you find with these AoE heroes, which, especially for the slow ones, by the time they go off, there might only be a couple of heroes alive, and then the damage they do really isn't that great. But here, if you've already been working on killing other heroes, then more of that missing power that would just be wasted on missing heroes is now going into the ones that are left. So that's really cool and does help a lot. I just noticed that there's additional information here. That's funny. Chance to miss also applies to offensive special skills. Yes, of course. Thank you. I just noticed they added that little question mark for that. So, I mean, this could be good with the costume bonus, you know, being able to make it go off a little bit faster, but it is still slow. It is a lot of damage, potentially. I don't think it's completely useless. I think a lot of people are going to be down on this too, but I actually think that the special could be a little underrated. But all told, this looks very similar to Azlar as far as power goes. You could definitely take it in events where you're needing a lot of AoE, and I would really try to stack that attack stat if you're going to put talents into it. But, I mean, there's some things that Azlar has going for him that are better than Justice, and some things that Justice has going that are better. Like, for example, the class isn't as good as the fighter class that Azlar has. But, you know, overall, they kind of have the same feel to me. About the same power level. Again, you do get the costume bonuses and the choice of which side you want to use and that kind of stuff. And I do find that to be powerful. But not anything that's overwhelming me with, like, whoa, this hero is amazing. So for that reason, I'm going to give Justice a C also. But what do you guys think? I'm really curious. And if you like one more than the other, let me know. Who's better out of these two, Azlar or Justice? I'm curious what you think, because they look pretty even to me. But I'm mostly curious what you guys think. Also, if you enjoy videos like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification. And I will catch you in the next one.